3-2 defeat today at the showgrounds. Obviously disappointing. How did you see the game?
Thought we started well for about 10-15 minutes, moved the ball well, and then after that we sort of became lethargic and started to slow the game down. I thought Coleraine were happy to let us have it, and I think in the entire first half I think they had a shot on our goal. We had a lot of the possession, but the reality is we didn't make their keeper make saves. Mick fired one across that we probably should have done better with. But considering the amount of possession and good possession we had in the first half, we didn't do nearly enough with it. But overall, the level of performance in terms of the enthusiasm and the work rate wasn't good enough in the first half.
In first half it wasn't good, but second half Coleraine scored 3 and we scored 2. It was eventful in terms of goals, but
yeah,
our performance levels, were they up to it for you?
No, not at all. Not nearly up to it. I thought that was one of our poorest performances this season in terms of our desire. And we played 2 games ago. We put in a great effort. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of effort at the National Stadium. Played against Lauren, also respectable performance, a draw there. And then to come here against the Coleraine team who are struggling, you're expecting another performance, but we far from it today. Far from it. Apart from maybe one player, I don't think the rest of them were at it today. And you come in here at half time, we talk about the first half wasn't good enough. Let's up the tempo. Let's up the game. Let's get playing the way we can. Yep, everybody agrees. We go out and within minutes we give away a penalty. I haven't seen it on video, but I'm not sure it was a penalty. From where I was standing, it didn't look like a penalty at the time. But regardless, that was the start of it. Then when we pulled it back to 1-1, I actually thought, right, we're going to go on and win this, because it gave us a bit of a lift at the 1-1. But to concede poor goals in this league, you've got to dig yourself out of a hole, and you can't do it. That was as poor a performance as I can remember for Glentoran.
And before the split, we sort of talked about 5 big games and always maybe needed to win all 5 of them if we wanted to reach the top, but it hasn't really went well. What do you put it down to?
Not at all. The first game was we conceded shocking goals. When I look back at the goals we've conceded in the last 4 or 5 games, even beyond, the poor goal against Ballymena where it bounced over our head, ends up in the back of the net. I look at goals at Windsor Park the other night, a really poor goal. The team didn't have to earn anything. I look at the goals today, poor penalty, poor second one, poor third one, poor marking all around. So teams haven't had to work hard enough to score goals recently, whereas early in the season did really well defensively. So I think as a collective, a whole group, that you can't just point the finger at the defender, the keeper, the back four or this. As a group, we have to get back to what we were good at, especially last year, which was making it difficult to score. It hasn't been difficult to score in recent weeks, and we've had to work hard to try to get a goal back. And then once you're behind in this league and teams defend well, which they do, you give yourself a mountain to climb. And we gave ourselves, considering how Coleraine was coming into this game, they're sort of patched up. We've got players that are injured. I think even their keeper pulled up in the warm-up. You're coming here to think, right, if we put in a good effort and we play with the tempo and the rhythm that we can, then we'll win the game. But to put that, apart from the first 10-15 minutes when I thought, okay, we're gonna do well here, apart from that, I don't think we did nearly enough. Apart from when we got the equaliser, there was a bit of a lift again, but once you can see the second one, it's another nail in the coffin. But that's it. Now we're going into the last game of the season. Don't know how the results will go here at 5:30, but again, if we'll see how they go to see if we've secured third, and if not, we're going to the last game of the season next week, and we have to put in a much better performance than that, no doubt about it.
And the arbitration decision was made regarding the Irish Cup. In your mind, is that the chapter closed in that now? And
we haven't received the written decision. It's a verbal. They give you an indicative decision based because they know the time frame. The cup needs to be played, but we're likely to receive the written decision by early this week. Hopefully receive it, maybe by tomorrow or Monday, and then we'll see the reasons why. I still believe, and our legal team still believe, that we had a good case, regardless of what people may say in the media, or certain people saying there was no case, there was no. Well, the legal team believe we had a good case, and we have to rely on our legal team. So it'd be interesting to read the written final decision to see where it fell short. And look, if as I said before, you go through the process. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. You respect the process, and that's what we've done. And we also have to respect the decision. That's it.